I know that we've known each other for quite some time, but just for the people watching, please introduce yourself and your role at HP.
Sure. Thomas France, partner business manager at HP. What my role entails is looking after key partners in the commercial channel space, making sure they're equipped with the right tools to be able to go and pitch HP to the end user customers in the best way possible. That might entail getting them right pricing, running events, marketing, or training internal staff. Really encompassing around all aspects of the HP to partner relationship and making sure that's as easy as possible.
Yeah, definitely. And so, please run us through. Obviously, you're the HP partner manager. What sets HP apart from all the other organizations in the industry?
Yeah, sure. We've got some great stories to tell around the design of our devices. So the innovation that goes into these, they're always getting thinner, lighter, using more sustainable materials. So a lot of recycled materials go into our devices now, ocean-bound plastics. So they're really getting smarter in our packaging as well. So sustainably sourced and 100% recyclable packaging. The security suite, which we offer with a lot of our devices that come standard, is industry class. So in this sort of landscape that we're in now, you hear it in the news all the time. Big companies getting hacked or ransomware, malwares out there. So ever more than in the past. It's really important for companies to be front of mind with security these days. So we are very customer centric in that aspect. So encompassing all three around sustainability, security, and the design of our devices is really giving our end users a device they want to use each day.
Yeah, and speaking of security, I know very recently I've been seeing a lot more about HP Wolf.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you want to give us a quick rundown on what that is? Because I thought it was very interesting, the way that that's organized.
Yeah, so Wolf is our all-encompassing security suite. It's below the OS, in the OS, and above the OS. And that comes in a number of factors. So Sure Click is like a sandboxing environment. So if you're opening documents, clicking on links, it really sandboxes that. So if you do click on a malicious item, it's not going to infect your system and it can immediately shut it down. Sure Recover, that in the event that something does happen to your system, you can be back up and working in no time. Wolf Connect, which is a really fantastic piece we've released recently around the asset management. So the tracking, the device recovery, the remote wipe as well. So that's a really cool piece. Obviously, if you've got users that are out on the road, as we're ever working in a more hybrid environment these days, long gone are the days of everyone in the office and your devices semi-locked down. Everyone's traveling on a bus, airport lounge, taxis. It's pretty common for devices to go astray, and making sure that device and the data on the device is safe is key for a lot of enterprise customers.
And I do know the micro VM software around this, where when you're opening the emails, it automatically puts it into a little mini kind of sandbox environment. I did read that that's actually a proper patented technology to HP. It's something that's recently been put in. This is included, so it's included free with all the latest devices that have come out?
Yeah, absolutely. So Wolf, the complete security suite comes as standard on our Elite range products and above. Below it is a purchase item. But anything from an Elite and above, it'll come standard on the device.
Yeah, brilliant. That's really good. So, I mean, this kind of leads into the next question, which is what problems are HP trying to solve for their end customers, and basically who benefits the most from it? So obviously security is a big aspect, but what other problems really spring to mind?
Yeah, it really comes back to those four sort of pillars.
Yeah,
the design of our devices. Everyone wants something thin, light, as they're obviously living on the road more these days. So something that looks good, it's nice and light, easy to carry around. Battery life is a huge one. So being able to use your device for a complete day without charge is a big factor that goes into the design of our devices. I rarely carry my charger around these days, charge it up before I leave home, and I'll easily get a full day's work out of devices.
Yeah.
We're boasting some pretty great numbers in terms of battery life these days. So coupled with the new releases that are coming out very, very shortly from our alliance partners, Intel, AMD, and Qualcomm, some of the numbers are pretty astonishing in terms of battery life. Coupled with AI. AI is obviously a big one.
Yeah, of course.
I think a lot of people these days do get AI fatigue. So it's really about translating or understanding or converting it into a customer-centric narrative that they can understand what it means for them. Like I said, everything's AI these days. You know, my washing machine's AI. It's really putting it down into what does it mean for them and putting it into sort of tangible outcomes
Yeah.
as to what it means and
Really
how can
clearly defining user case examples.
Correct,
You know,
yeah.
like it's not just airy fairy. You know, it needs to be. This is exactly how you are going to gain value.
Absolutely. So really using AI again to go back to that that persona based or user centric innovation. So working out how the device is used each day in terms of the battery life, where power needs to be sent for each user case.
Yep.
Some might need more power. They do more Teams meetings in the morning. If they go to lunch every day around say 2 to 12, the device will go into a low power state. If you put the device in a bag, it'll go into say bag mode. So really saving the device for when you need it, or that it's there and ready to fire up in a second or two.
Yep.
When you want to use the device is key for those.
Yeah, brilliant.
The other is sustainability. A huge part of our HP ethos is sustainability. So that goes not only into the devices we create, the devices that we look to reuse or recycle, the way they're manufactured. So there's a complete sort of end life cycle system around, you know, really closing that loop and making sure our devices are not only made well, but they have the ability to be recycled, and the factories they're made in, and the way that they're coming to life as well.
Yeah, got you. And I do know that I know we're kind of tangenting a little here, but one of the main things that always struck me about the HP ecosystem is how available HP Finance is, for example, when dealing with asset kind of life cycle management. I know for a fact that when you're dealing with HP Finance, they'll take your old devices off you, provide you with an equitable value for that. So when you are dealing with your life cycle, you can not only save a little bit of that intrinsic value, but you can also feel confident that your old devices are being properly e-wasted and properly dealt with. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is, I think it's key. There's tons, hundreds of thousands of tons of e-waste out in the world these days. So whether it's print, PC, getting those devices back and being able to either repurpose them or create them into new devices is, essential for this day and age. We want to live in a world where, for my kids or their kids' kids, we're still able to keep it a green world.
Yeah.
And, make sure it's still around.
Yeah. Certainly hope so. I have two small children. It's
Yeah,
something that's
100%,
relatively close to my heart as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's just have a big chat about actually what you can do as an end client, as an end user with HP. So this is the step above buying one or two devices. When it comes to asset lifecycle management, there's a wide variety of things that you can do with a partner such as us, Login Systems, and obviously a vendor such as HP. So first thing I want to talk about is deal registration and how that works and the benefits that really offers.
Sure. So deal registration is a key part of the way we operate in the channel. It allows us to get a snapshot of a customer's account and where partners have engaged in the past, allowing us to abide by our fairly strict rules of engagement and incumbency around partners and who's been working with them as well, which is available to tier 2 partners like yourselves at Login Systems. I guess the next step from there is enabling special pricing or bid pricing. So for your bulk purchases or your large opportunities, your big tenders, that sort of scenarios, there's obviously pricing available that would set you aside from the general public of acquiring pricing from HP.
So of course, just really overstating the deal reg process itself is a benefit for both parties. The main aspect of it from our perspective is, we as Login Systems want to lock in our end users to buy through us, but the reason that we do this deal register process is it allows us to talk about asset lifecycle. What devices are you purchasing? Making sure that those devices themselves have updates and life cycles planned into the near future, so you don't have to change your current fleet. And also looking into making sure that you're getting the best deal possible, with your scenario and your situation at the time. And talking about that, I just really want to talk about rolling deal registration, because this is something that some clients aren't aware you can do. So if you've got 400 or 500 users, and you're planning on every 3 years replacing the entire device fleet. But of course, you don't plan on doing that all in one big lot.
Yes.
You can come to a partner like Login Systems and come to HP, and you can go over the next 3 years, I'm purchasing 600 devices, and then get a price. So talk to me about how that works from your perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can obviously apply for a special deal pricing, which encompasses the whole opportunity. So whether that's printers, PCs, poly, monitors, peripherals, the complete HP ecosystem, get pricing across that on the single sort of pane of glass. So you can pitch that to your customer and say, look, here's the total opportunity, which allows us to get an idea internally of where that sits, and we can apply pricing accordingly.
Yeah, and that locks in a deal for a certain amount, but you can purchase them in lots of 5, in lots of 10, once a month, once every 2 months. It's not necessary to kind of, you get the price based on the large numbers, but you can actually do the actual deal in bits as your refresh occurs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So this is something that I find that a lot of end users aren't aware. You don't purely need to do this deal reg process if you're doing a very, very large refresh. You can actually do this for your day-to-day. And that's something that we can really look into for, just general total cost of ownership, making sure that everything is in line.
Yeah, absolutely. So it encompasses your run rate or your large deals. So they're not mandated to buy everything in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
You can obviously rollout schedules can be anywhere from 3 months up to 3 years. So obviously within that time frame, there's going to be product refreshes.
Of course.
And we can keep that updated as time goes by.
Yeah.
To make sure they've got the latest in terms of the latest generation or the latest iteration of each product's life cycle as well.
And there's also a conversation that can be had around stock hold as well. So if you know that you refresh a certain amount per month, we can make sure that there's always a certain amount of stock in place, either through a distribution deal or with HP directly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A distribution network is a key part of us being able to enable partners. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without them. Cinex, Dicker, Ingram, and Sector, just to name a few. They do fantastic work. They've got great HP teams as well, dedicated teams. So if someone at HP is not available to answer your questions, they've got incredibly knowledgeable people there that can answer those for you. Stock holdings, that's what they do day in, day out. So if you've got customers that have rollouts that they need to manage and distribute at certain times or certain shipment periods, that's what they do best. The ability to run up devices as well. If you don't have the capability yourselves to do it, they've got the ability to do it in-house. So it might be quicker and easier for a distributor to do it, to enable quick turnaround, which they can all do.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, especially with the advent of Intune, which is a big thing. Now, I know that DAS, Device as a Service, it is yet another offering with HP that a lot of clients haven't really considered. So do you want to just give a quick rundown on how that really works from a HP perspective?
Yeah, sure. So we can provide all the data needed to enroll with Intune, provide it to a partner like Login, provide it to a distributor. So that seamless sort of zero touch or that one touch, we can send devices around the country, and once it gets to an end user, they don't have to be tech savvy. They simply turn it on, enter their login details, and away they go. And that's the fantastic thing about Intune. It enables the deployment life cycle that used to be a couple of hours down to a couple of minutes.
Yeah, very much right. It's especially in today's day and age of working from home. You don't need all of your staff to be in a central location anymore.
Correct.
You can send devices directly out, which is really good. So HP in general, I know obviously you're very much known for laptops.
Yes.
But there are a whole bunch of other things that HP do. For example, HP do POS systems for any particular businesses that require POS. Do you want to give a quick rundown? Also, gaming, for example. What are the other things that HP really do? Absolutely.
I mean, we could probably talk for hours about everything we do, from 3D prints, gaming systems, point of sale. We focus on in the commercial space anyway. Sort of the 4 Ps. So that's the PCs, print, poly, and peripherals. And that encompasses everything, right? Headsets, meeting rooms, docks, monitors, your print from your home office up to your large format devices, your design jets, up to your industry printers, from your 3D to your Indigos, which is your newspaper printing, your magazine printing.
So one of the things that Login Systems does with a lot of our clients is we bring them out to the HP Demo Center. I think it's called the MEC, the Experience Center. It's an absolutely amazing kind of morning where you can bring people in and show them through. Talk to us about the MEC and how that works.
Absolutely, yeah. The Customer Welcome Centre in Melbourne, we have them at a few key locations around the world. It's a great asset for us to have. So we've got all our devices on display there, all our printers, commercial notebooks, a lot of our consumer stuff as well. Our poly systems, all their peripherals. So you can bring in your client and really show them for the full range. If they're unsure on what sort of device they're looking at, we can guide them through the process of really device discovery, run them through and show them really pick up a device and get hands-on with it. A lot of our commercial devices you can't buy or see and touch and feel. They have to go through a partner like Login in order to get access to them. So the ability to take them through this centre and guide them through the process and see what's available across the breadth of our product portfolios is really key for us.
Yeah, I found it's been very, very useful. A lot of clients, it's all well and good to see this on a page and see a picture on a website, but until you've physically picked it up and touched it and played with it and see what the keyboard's like and seen all the different screens and peripherals. And of course, we always see this as step one of a process. And step two is once you've gone to this demo center and you've identified the devices that are best for your business, we would then organize the HP demo pool and get a device into your hands. So talk to us about how does that work? Like how long you allowed the devices? How does that work?
Yeah, sure. That's definitely the step two after they've been to the Customer Welcome Centre is really navigating through our demo pool. So getting access to the full range, whether it's if they're looking at monitors, if they're looking at a desktop, peripherals, we've got everything there. So they can really build out what a desk might look like in their environment, put it in front of the users and get feedback straight from them. You know, this looks good, this doesn't work for us, change this, bigger screen, we want touch screen, we don't want a numpad on our device. Really getting that feedback from their organisation by building up a mock environment is fantastic. So we can send out a device for up to 30 days. It's free of charge for us to send it out, free of charge for us to collect it. And they can load up their own image on it. They can do anything they like to it. And we'll collect that after that, obviously wipe it and make sure it's ready to go out for another customer.
And it really does help. I mean, I've had some partners of mine who visited the MEC and they've discovered devices they didn't even know existed. I believe there was a HP Folio, for example, which is an amazing device covered in leather, which is not something that the general public would want or need, but these particular executives absolutely fell in love with it. So sometimes you can come out and you can see these particular devices that you can only really see in a demo center, and I find that really adds to the value. Yeah,
it comes back to devices that are really made for a user and really personalized device. It's a lot of these devices nowadays are an extension of us. And we use them every day. We spend hours and hours on these devices. So making sure it's fit for purpose, looks good, works well in our environment is really key.
Yeah.
And making sure, especially for IT organisations, that your users are happy. The number one complaint, aside from probably a battery life of a device, this isn't working, is a device that's not fit for purpose.
No.
So making sure that key aspect is crossed off from the beginning is going to allow for a lot more seamless interaction with your users.
Yeah, and that's where planning really comes into it. It's definitely something that we always talk to our clients about. Asset lifecycle management is not my life. My device is broken, I need to fix it. It's let's really put in a policy and a procedure in place to make this go smoothly. And one of those is planning. We always find it's definitely that interaction with the end user, and it's about keeping them satisfied.
Absolutely.
So, talk to me about HP. What's coming up? What excites you? What's in the pipeline?
Yeah, we're really on the cusp of our latest big release of devices. So come March, April, we would have released our new range of commercial notebooks into the market. So we've got really the full stack. So right from our 400 series up to our new Ultra series. And that's across the range from our Intels, our AMDs, and even Qualcomm devices now in the market. And that's going to cover the full spectrum of product verticals, new mobile workstations, commercial notebooks, some pretty exciting stuff. I can't say too much as yet, but we've seen a few sort of drip feed into the market already. You would have seen our new naming convention as well, which is taking, I guess, a lot of feedback from our customers about where things sit in our portfolios and being able to identify it quicker and easier
Of course, yeah.
to find where it sits in the product stack. So that's brand new as well. But yeah, really, the AI PC is really coming to the forefront. Organizations that are embracing it, I think we're definitely at that early adoption stage of where it sort of sits in an organization, how it can be used to improve employee experience, improve autonomy in an organization, and efficiency.
Of course.
So being able to translate that into an organization and a device that is enabled to do that is going to give you the longevity across your life cycle to be able to be ready for software. ISV providers are making use of NPUs on devices from our alliance partners in the silicon space. So making sure they're ready for that next step if and when they need to use AI. We see Microsoft Copilot is obviously a key pillar on our devices nowadays. All the screens going back to 16:10 ratio to allow for that Copilot sidebar. So that's AI is a massive pillar for us.
Yeah, brilliant. And I know that HP and Microsoft do work well together. There's a big interaction between the two. Copilot's been a real big push, and we find in the industry a lot of people are very interested. There's a lot of proof of concepts going on at the moment. So it's good to know that HP's kind of coming to the table there and really editing the way that they provide a service.
A lot of our devices you'll see are now a dedicated Copilot key on the keyboard, so you can launch that application as a hotkey straight away.
Brilliant. So if anybody wants to reach out and have a chat, how would they get in contact?
Yeah, absolutely. So we leverage a lot of our partner community. Yep. So leveraging login systems, team and crew, they have direct access to us if they need to get bookings at our CWC, if they need product information, if they need anything around training events, marketing. We leverage you guys. So reaching out to you is absolutely step one. So I'm sure you've got your contact details
of course
after this on the bottom where they can reach out.
Yeah.
But coming straight to you, and then that way you can bring in us, whether it's a specialist, myself, or someone else, to being able to hone in on that product is key.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, once again, thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure having a chat.
Thanks for having me.